All right, good morning from Zagreb, Croatia, the home of the 2025 UWW World Championships. And right now, the big question that people are wondering is, will Abdulrashid Sadulaev, 8-time World Olympic champion, get into this country so he can wrestle? He won the spot for Russia, but Sadulaev at 97 kilograms has been having difficulty getting into a few nations, right? A few European countries. A year ago in 2024, he was trying to go to the European Championships and he was denied entry into the country. Now, a year later in 2025, he wanted to wrestle at the European Championships. And so I think he tried to get a little creative and ended up breaking some rules. He went to Spain on a tourist visa and then was going to try to go from Spain into Slovakia. And you can't really do that because that's part of something called the Schengen zone, which is it's like 29 European countries that all have kind of like, think of it as like passport synergy. You can kind of go freely from one country to the next. So he was trying to find like a side door into Slovakia, and it did not work. And in fact, it sounds like not only did it not work, he may be facing a 60-month ban from the Schengen area, which is basically Europe. So that will make getting into Croatia difficult, but we don't know for sure if he's going to get in. And it's a huge question. I mean, and for a wrestling fan, you want to see Sadulaev get in, right? You want to see him versus Tazudinov, the Olympic champion. You want to see him against Snyder again, right? 97 kilograms, a weight with 3 Olympic champions and other world champion and medalists. It's the weight of weights, but right now we're still waiting, and really, I think we thought we would know. I was told we would know on September 6th. That day is obviously come and gone, and we still don't have a certain answer on whether Sadulaev will or will not get into the country. And for Russia in this team race, there's huge stakes involved because Team USA, along with Iran and Japan, they're vying for that top spot. And even though UWW doesn't recognize Russia, the Russian Wrestling Federation at this point, as an American, we still are keeping score and how the Russians versus the Iranians versus Team USA. And for Russia to not have a guy of Sadulaev's caliber potentially wrestling for them, there's a big drop-off from Sadulaev to their next guy. So if he doesn't get in, it's in some ways good news for Team USA, and that is, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time is not going to be there. And for Kyle Snyder, that would bode well, as Kyle beat him the first time they wrestled in 2017, and he lost to him in 2018. He lost to him in the 21 Olympics, 21 Worlds. So it's not been a favorable matchup for Kyle. And now Sadulaev potentially won't be there. So it's a huge, huge question. We don't know yet if he is or isn't going to get in. That's the latest. We will keep you posted. We'll make sure you know as soon as we know if Sadulaev does or does not get in to Croatia. And until we know that, we're not going to know a lot about 97 kilograms. So obviously a huge story. Not the kind of story you want to necessarily be focused on a couple days before the World Championships, but regardless, that's the story right now.